Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Tuesday Night Live, brought to you by Boxes of Comics. So, last week we kind of just did a hey, here's a little channel update. We'll be back next week. So, if you didn't make it last week, that's okay. We didn't miss much. We are now done with the What If Boxes of Comics Was in Charge of series. And today I'm just going to show off a couple of things. Both from my comic shop that I went to, along with some books that I have to catch up and read. And yeah, so without further ado, I'll get into that. So, the first book that I got was this A Negan Lives, #1, silver cover. If somebody can please tell me why people are obsessed with this book and why they like it so much, that would be great. Because I remember, like, back a couple months ago, even in the bit of last year, people were just like obsessed with this, and I don't know why. So to know why would be very useful. But I do now have a Negan Lives. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and show off what I picked up from my LCS. X-Men. If you've been following along, we have been collecting the Jim Lee's 90s run of X-Men. We're almost done. This pickup left me with 24 books left. So that's very exciting, and hopefully I get them. Maybe not this week, but maybe next week I'll get some more too. So I'll just show off these covers because, like I said, this is what we are currently focused on collecting right now before we move on into the DC area. So lots of really neat covers, and I love the artwork and how it prepares itself from, or how it like changes from when it first started in the 90s to how what it is now, as like later in the comic run. That's really neat. I also picked up some more books, so I can show those off to you. But I did get a new Suicide Squad, since I will be collecting that. So that's exciting. I got this Aquaman cover. Another really cool looking Aquaman cover. Picked up another issue of Batman 89. This is #1. Picked up a second issue of Superman #78, along with a few other Suicide Squads. Issue 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We're missing 6, 7. Oh, here it is. 6, 5, 4, and issue #3. So that Suicide Squad I picked up is a duplicate, but that's okay. This means I don't have to read it twice. I could just put it away. But besides that, that's all I really have to show. Just those are a few books that I have to keep up and read. I don't know if you can tell, but I've got my comic books over in that corner now. There's a total of 4 of them. So my top left is where it has that one. That's my X-Men. Right next to it, under the Infinity Gauntlet, is just a box of random comic books. Then below the X-Men in the bottom left, right there, we have a Spider-Man. And then bottom right is Fantastic Four. And as you know, we have a complete collection of other Spider-Man and Fantastic Four we're working on our Jim Lee X-Men. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is that this week Doctor Strange 2 is finally coming out. Feels like it's been forever since Doctor Strange number 1 came out back in, when was that? 2016, I think? Let me look. Doctor Strange. 2016. Doctor Strange is a 2016 American superhero film based on Marvel Comics character of the same name, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney. So 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 7 years later, which is crazy to me because Doctor Strange has been so much. Yes.
There's Ray.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, so 7 years, and I think that's the longest gap we've waited in between sequels for a singular Marvel superhero. So it'll be interesting to see. I do have high expectations for it, just because it is directed by Sam Raimi, and I really enjoy his work not only with Spider-Man but with his other movies as well. Even though I feel like Spider-Man is his claim to fame, quote unquote. But hopefully it goes well, and hopefully it does good enough to do a Doctor Strange 3 sooner rather than later. I also just wanted to show you a quick little room tour if I can. So over there, that's my window, and then I've got some flags, and I don't know if you could tell, but draping down is like Star Wars character faces. My new room. Then I've got, there you go. That's a bit better. So then you've got my door, my name, Superman right there, Colt stuff, my TV. The other direction, my other direction, you've seen it, but it's the comic books and the graphic novels and all such. And then I don't know if you could tell, yeah, right here, this is another little desk area. It's got my fantasy football trophy, my cups, my bank, my all sorts of stuff. So I've been kind of busy trying to put everything back together since we moved. But yeah, just wanted to keep this short and simple, show off what I got, and kind of give a little bit more of an update of where we're at and moving. But everything's unpacked now and everything's set up. So yeah, that's all I have for tonight. So next week I'll be back. I'll think of something new to do. Maybe show off a couple more comics if I do read some more and collect some more too. Or maybe I go back to doing the reading graphic novels because I do have a couple new ones that I think would be fun to read. So thank you for watching. Have a great night, and we will see you next week on Boxes of Comics. Later.